Hey everyone. Now, over on yourpaperpantry.ning.com, a new month is coming upon us for another swap. This will be for May, and I can't believe how it's already almost May. Time goes by fast. Anyhow, for this swap, right now I don't have my work completed to show what I am asking for this swap. I will do my best to explain with maybe some kind of how-tos. Hopefully when the time comes I can show the photos of my work on the site itself. But in the meantime, the requirements for the swap will be, let's make some ATC card size Zentangle work, and the number we want is the amount of ladies that sign up. So if we have 5 ladies sign up, you know, draw out 5 ATC cards, keep 1 for yourself, send in 5 and you'll get 5 in return. I mean, most of you know how all this works, and again I will explain it much better over there on the site. But for right now, I'm here trying to boggle my mind on what this challenge would be. And don't take that challenging word to heart. It's not a challenge. This is more of less learning how to, and to practice your skills and such. So if you're an avid drawer and want to participate, don't be scared off. If nothing else, your drawings can help somebody else with how to do the patterns or inspiration or however. I'm far from being a pro. I'm learning as well. So for those that their challenge is more of a practicing skill. So for this month's practicing skills, I want to do some overlapping. So what I mean by overlapping is overlapping our shapes and our patterns, or both, or I mean your imagination could go, far from where I may do, because everybody thinks different. And I really hope I'm not digging myself in a hole with trying to explain all this. But here's some examples for some overlapping. I will draw some out and then maybe have to angle the camera a little better. But for example, let's overlap some circles here. So we just kind of overlapping. I mean, we're not completing the circle because I'm stopping, but as you look at it, it does look like it's overlapping. Now we can make them as rings, overlapping rings, and so I just draw in another circle within the circle, kind of like a border. So I start out with overlapping circles, and if I decided I want the rings, I make the rings. And if you want, well, that's another swap I want to do, so I won't touch base on that just yet. So I mean, you could continue just overlapping. Okay, so you could do circles, or do some boxes or cubes. So we do some cubes. Okay, so we got some overlapping boxes or cubes. Now we can Zentangle and do some overlapping within our overlapping boxes. So I'm just going to draw some lines as such, and then we'll do some overlapping. And you guys look at it and say, oh, well, that's like weaving. And then we could color inside the box, to have the lines pop out, or vice versa. I mean, you could just do whatever you wish. You know, just kind of doodle inside your little layered cubes or boxes. Now see, this one's layering, this is not, but the whole thing is layered. So I mean, we've got so many options. You could use this as your focal and then layer other shapes from here. You know, we could do circles here, circle here, circle here. So you see, look like the boxes are on top of the circles and they're all overlapping. And then you could draw some patterns within the circle itself. You know, we could do hearts. Do some overlapping hearts. And again, you could put shapes in it. Or, you know, you could draw your patterns within the heart. So you got some overlapping hearts. And then, if you just have your card and you want to do some overlapping patterns within another pattern. Here's an example of some overlapping patterns within a pattern. See how they're overlapping each other? You know, finish it off. Kind of, oops, didn't realize I was out of frame, sorry. You know, we could that, and then we could just put some lines up here. I mean, it's whatever you wish to do. There, I mean, I don't try to make all these too difficult. And we could even overlap some houses. Get some windows in there. Need to be smaller windows. Even fulfilling, you know, shingles on a house. That is still, you know, you're doodling and repetitive patterns. See, all the well, not all the houses, but they're overlapping. You know, we can make a bigger house in the background here. Something on that effect, you know. Get some shingles up here. Da da da. So we got some overlapping houses. You know, even if you come up with a pattern like, say we're going to do a box spiral. See how that is? You can even overlap those. Like so. See, they got them overlapping each other. And if you want to do another overlapping pattern, and not, you know, you could overlap patterns, you could overlap the shapes, you could overlap both within the same art piece you're creating. So you got now there's so many different ways to overlapping, and it's just endless. And a lot of times when I draw out, it's just whatever comes upon. You know, I never plan for sure what I'm gonna be drawing. I just wait to see what the outcome is. So you got your main lines here to overlap. Spruce it up a little bit just by putting some dots here. So I got some overlapping circles and rings. We got some overlapping blocks here, and we got some overlapping patterns within the block. We got, you know, overlapping circles in the background, same as some hearts. Got some overlapping patterns, overlapping houses. Here's another pattern that you could overlap. Another one here. I mean, we could spruce it up by doing some flares here.